Okay, this is a dual battery setup for a 2003 GMC Yukon XL 1500. I know the other videos show that the battery setup is already done, but that's a reference point for myself and whoever needs help as far as I don't know the actual date frame, but maybe 2001 to 2011 or 2005 to 2011. I'm not for sure. But if your battery secondary for Chevy Yukon vehicles is on this side, okay, and your primary is over here, then most likely this video may help you out. Okay, so this is a prep up install here. For the dual battery setup. As you can see here, I already have the isolator set up, PAC 200. Here I already have the secondary battery plate installed as well. Now I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that when you install these, you got to go ahead and remove this brace. Okay, when you install this actual secondary battery plate, you got to remove that brace. Another thing that you have to remove, and a few of these videos don't show for these vehicles, is that you got to remove this plate that will be down here as well. Okay, so you remove both of those pieces here, and you go ahead and put this plate in. Okay, now you're gonna see these particular screws here, right here, one here, and one there, right by your coolant tank reservoir. You're gonna remove those particular screws, take out your old plate, put in your new plate, like I have here, and use these same screws to put your new plate in. Okay. So another thing I want to point out as far as this isolator, where it's installed, as you can see here, is installed right down there, right? And there's no screw here. A lot of people videos I've seen is that they install it here. All right, I guess they tap in some screws and they install it here, up here. So I'm not a big fan as far as making holes in places where I really don't need to. So there is a screw here, and you can see it right there. That's that I use to actually mount this isolator. And now you should have it on your vehicle as well. But the good thing about this particular screw is that it's almost like a self-tap. When you go ahead and tighten it up towards the bottom, towards the end of the screw or bolt or whatever you want to call it, it gets tightened. It gets a little bit tighter. So this thing here is not going anywhere. I've been riding around with this isolator right here for 2 days, and this thing hasn't budged a bit. Another thing I want to point out is that you see this wire here? This wire here is going to be my negative ground for this isolator. So I got a wire already mounted here, and I'm going to go ahead, well, already tapped in this wire here, okay, for negative ground. This actual screw is mounted right on the side of the battery plate, right on the side here. So the battery will go ahead and fit in here, and you won't even really see this particular tap here. So what I did is that I scraped some paint off to this metal plate here, just to get this guy a little bit more contact to ground, and it seems to be have good ground right here. So like I said, this right here is part one. Part two will be after I go ahead and install everything to this particular vehicle, as far as installing the secondary battery. Now, one person did post a video. I would shout him out, but I forgot his name. But he gave some good information about tapping into an ignition source. So when the ignition is on, the isolator will go ahead and do what it needs to do. He recommended, or he's using, a fuse tap to go into this 10 amp ignition fuse here. So I did get a secondary or 10 amp fuse tap to go here as well, and I also extended this particular side post for my positive battery. So I'll have a wire going from there running along the edge here into the isolator, okay? And also bought some fuses. Where those fuses are going to go, well, really don't know yet. Some people have mounted them right on the side of this fuse box here. I like things pretty much hidden. I don't like to expose a lot of stuff. This vehicle doesn't have a high-end audio system. It's still running stock, so don't really need to enter in no competitions or anything like that for right now. But I was thinking about maybe just cutting the wire here and just having the fuse accessible, if it's visible, maybe just down here, but you want it close to the battery as possible. So I'm undetermined on that, so we'll see. On this particular side here, once the battery is installed, you got to go ahead and mount its positive battery terminal to one of these guys here. That will be pretty straightforward, okay? And the ignition source from the fuse box will go here, right? So it's pretty straightforward. So like I said, part 2 most likely will be coming, and just look out for it. Thanks.